Welcome to this edition of a Rossware Quickie. My name is Kenton, and I get to be your guide today. This is going to be a quick little video on how to do the email setup for SD-MobileLink. We'll see here that we have our SD-MobileLink utility open, and on the right hand side over here we'll see this kind of orange colored button here that's labeled Email Setup. We're going to go ahead and click that to open up the interface here. We'll see that the interface has got a few areas that are divided out here. The top area right here is how we're going to choose the agent for our auto send emails, and we have two options there. We have the use default Windows Mail client, and then we have the use Rossware direct mail agent. In most cases, we do recommend that you go with the Rossware direct mail agent, especially when you are dealing with automation for things like confirmation or receipts being sent for the post-visit reports done by technicians. That way, if you are using a default Windows Mail client, some of those will require you to authorize each request. So you can kind of envision sitting here and having it pop up email request to send, an email request to send, or email request to send as it's processing through confirmations for your routes for the day, or technicians' receipts that are being sent out automatically. So if you do choose to use the default Windows Mail client, you're going to just simply click this button, and you'll see here that it does tell me that the Microsoft Outlook is installed. If it does not show anything, you can hit the requery and it will try to make the query again. If it does not locate anything at all, then we can't integrate with that program. It's not installed in a manner that allows us to access that. This happens with some of the versions or some of the mail clients that are installed more as a web-based app versus an actually fully installed program. But we're going to go ahead and talk more detail about the Rossware direct mail agent. We're just going to go ahead and fill out our information. We do use an SMTP connection for sending emails through the server. So the first thing we need to know is your SMTP server information for your email provider. Most email providers will require a user login, so most of the time this will be connected. We also have the option for security here. You will want to check with your email provider as to if they require the TLS security. If they require SSL security, you would also check this box. Then over here is where we're going to put in our credentials, and most of the time this is going to be your email account and then the password associated with that email account. Down here we have the outgoing settings, so we're going to put in how you want those emails to be addressed with the sender name. Most of the time this is probably going to want to be something like your business name, so let's just put in Rossware here. All right. And then you want the return email address if you want it to be something other than the user's email. This is sometimes used in scenarios where you have like a particular company's shared email that you want all the responses to go back to, but the sender of the email is a specific person's email address. This masking does not work in some environments. I know that Gmail has done some stuff that does not allow the masking to occur, so on the recipient's end they would actually still see the user's name and not the masked email. And that's for protection of the users, because there has been a lot of malicious activity that does that masking like that. With the way that our emails are being sent, you will often not find these in the sent box. So if you want to be able to verify that the emails are being correctly sent, you may want to turn on the blind carbon copy, and then just go have a copy sent to another email account, and it will be a copy of each email that you send. All right, and then the font and then the size of the font. We're not going to play with those right now. The next area of interest has to do with integration for one of our other utilities down here, and this is the IMAP direct receive, and this is used by our email dispatch receiver. So you'll And then on the far right hand side here is our ability to send our test emails. When we do a send, it's going to note here what the status is, and then we want to make sure that we see that success verified, and once we've done that, then we know everything is set up correctly. If there was something wrong with a piece of information, like one of my credentials or my security type or the port number, the response would display with an error message, and then it would also let me know that it wasn't verified down here. Thank you very much.